Hello Internet, my name is Bobo. I just got back from seeing the Superman movie not too long ago, and I'd like to say it was pretty fantastic.
Say that again?
Yes, I bought a whole set just to review it and make that one joke. But it's also just a pretty good set. Today we're looking at the LEGO Superman Mech vs. Lex Luthor. This is the first LEGO DC set that isn't Batman related at all since either the Wonder Woman 2 set or the DC minifigure series. I can't remember which one came out first, but if it was Wonder Woman, then let's just agree that the reasoning for no LEGO DC for a bit was literally 1984. Now the set itself is pretty good. This is my first experience with the new style mech suits with the waist rotation. Currently the only ones I have are the older Marvel mechs and the Ninjago Core Zane mech. This seems like an update to the Zane style mech but with a waist joint. The Superman mech is also a bit smaller due to how the feet are built and its overall less bulky armor. The waist joint is also one solid piece that connects to the front of the mech versus the old Marvel mechs which were completely brick built. This is how the mech is able to have a waist joint while the old ones don't. This is probably common knowledge, but I don't get too many of these since I don't need an army of mech suits, even if the minifigs are really cool. But what I do know about is the lack of any armor leg articulation. Due to the arms and legs being one piece, all of that is gone. It's disappointing, but It's not like these were all that posable to begin with, though they did redesign how the arms attach so you get full out versus just a bit. In addition to the rest of the articulation, which is arm rotation, fingers are all individually articulated, waist rotation, leg can kick forward, and back a bit, out all the way. The feet are on a ball joint so you can get some forward, back, and pivot. The articulation is worse, like he can't even kneel, but I think it looks a bit better. Like it's not as lanky as the old ones, though I wouldn't say those look that amazing either. I know people are burnt out on mech sets, but I don't really see why. They are made for kids who want a consistent line of sets that they can collect, gives them a cool minifigure, and can all fight each other. It's basically a universal style of set to replace microfighters because I think everyone got really bored of microfighters for the same reason. I did hear people talk about how this could have been a Lex Luthor mech suit and Superman could have been fighting him. I think that's a cool idea, but I think LEGO just wanted a set for Superman and then just gave him a mech. Or LEGO also thinks this is a good idea and we can expect to see a Lex Luthor mech within a year with new figures. Okay, enough about that, let's talk about minifigures. So as mentioned, I just saw Superman, so I'm glad to have a new Superman to get, but I'm also a big fan of My Adventures with Superman, so they've been slowly turning me into a fan since 2023. This figure doesn't work as a stand-in for either, but it's nice to have a new generic Superman after a few years. I think the last set he was in 2018, which was like 3 years ago.
Wasn't 2018 7 years
Shut
ago?
up. Now comparing it to some of the other Superman figures I have, this one feels more like an updated version of the 2018 figure, but they got rid of the red hips. I don't really know why they did that though. He normally has the red trunks and even has them in the new movie, but even besides that, it just gives the illusion of more detail by breaking up the blue torso and legs, which makes it a bit more visually interesting. I'd say it's an improvement over the last one, as long as he swapped the hips to be red. Lastly, we have Lex Luthor with his battle armor. At least I think. Brickset calls similar suits battle armor, so I'm just gonna go with that. It looks pretty good. It's very detailed and the metal armor gives a nice contrast to Superman's suit, at least not counting the giant mech. The armor is also nice to see in this translucent green to match the kryptonite he comes with. He also comes with a stud shooter with green studs, which makes this canonically kryptonite. Guess Superman really is gonna need that mech, huh? So overall, it's alright. It fits in with LEGO's mech line and gives us some new non-Batman DC characters for the first time in years. But it still doesn't go beyond just okay. I do hope this does well though, so we can get some more DC sets that are not Batman related. Or just any Superman movie sets, that would be pretty cool too.